that the early bird pricing for going to the convention in Orlando October 7th through 9th ends on the 31st. So if you want to go and get a good price, get in there. I think Audrey found flights a round trip for just over $200. She's flying into Fort Lauderdale. I'm going to fly into Tampa instead of Orlando because I have family over there. Yeah, so I'm going to go a little bit early. So just a reminder if you're going to go. So, of course, we're going to go over the mojo, go over our production, ring the bell. I take market update off. There's not a lot of difference. Well, maybe a little bit. So Monday Mojo. Who can tell me what the Monday Mojo was about?
Gonna get for lunch in your career?
I'm sorry.
All we know is still a coop in front of barbecue. I don't know what it says.
So it basically talks about believing in your own success, creating your own success, that it's not going to, if you listen to negative things, then negative things will come to fruition, kind of along the same lines of the book,
Yes,
The Secret, which has been our mantra as long as I've been here. So one of the other things it talks about, getting restarted, just talks about getting back to the basics, not pushing through and just expecting things to just go like that. You have to, are you following logical steps in capturing buyers first, then selling them something other than the home they called about. So you can't just tell a buyer something until you capture them as your client to begin with. And that's a lot of what we've talked about building rapport and follow up and making sure that client is yours. So here, give a Weicker Pride Award to Crystal for a Weicker Customer Satisfaction Survey. So Weicker sends out a customer satisfaction survey, which we were unaware of. Let me go grab it real quick. Until I got one in the mail filled out by somebody.
Nice.
Oh,
look at that. Wow. Look, see their spine on it. Maybe tell something.
So yeah, they sent us a copy of the survey. And this was Crystal's client. Of course, rate the service from your sales associate as excellent. Would she recommend using Weicker in the future? Yes. Would they recommend us to recommend Crystal to a friend or family member? Yes, of course. So I just thought that was pretty cool. So know that these are going out.
Now, who was that? Just out of curiosity, because she told me there was one client that she had that.
Dorothy Sawyer.
I'm wondering.
I'm not sure.
If it's the one that was so mean to her, that was so evil. That would be amazing if she ended up doing a survey like that. That would be
possible.
That would make Crystal's year.
You mean to Crystal? She's just the
There was
sweetest.
one that was
They
wanted to
really
sue everybody, the whole
she
United
was
States.
mean.
She
So-
probably turned her around. I've
I'm
no
hoping.
doubt.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Morning.
Aw, hi.
So cute. Where is she? So congratulations to Brandy.
Brandy.
First out of the house at Woodford Drive in Milford. Congratulations to Judith. Was this for sale by owner?
No.
I can't find it in the MLS anywhere.
It's Sussex.
Okay, because there's a Hackney Circle in Wilmington. So
Ah,
I didn't know
no,
that's
no, no,
Sussex.
no.
So I was like,
Sussex.
and I did realize that, I didn't have that file. I never had it because I would have put it in a
Ha!
tracker.
Stop blaming me.
You're easy.
How is that you never had it?
I never had it.
I know that.
If I would have had it, it would have been in the tracker because I always do that as soon as I get them. So.
It's settled. Woohoo!
And congratulations to Laura Weeks for selling the home at 116 Howard Drive. That's Audrey's listing. And again to Laura for 190 Thompsonville Road in Milford. And again to Laura for 18 Willis for she had a busy week.
Go, Laura. Go, Laura.
Challenging week, but she had a busy week. Congratulations to Crystal for pending a home at 102 Morris Drive. And, and to Doug for pending a home at 65 Hilldale Road. Yay! Oh, I saw his car. Did he leave?
Yeah, he's talking to somebody.
Okay. And to Laura Weeks again for pending a home at 409 High Street. That was another one that I was going to recommend for your.
We went there.
It was all renovated. It didn't have a basement, but
Renovation.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's all right. I'll buy somebody either.
And it's a true friend, so
Oh, okay.
you feel me?
Right.
There's this different level. I love him. And I'm like, no, Eric. You are not raising Gigi in here.
So I am going to start by ringing the bell because I heard everybody had a really great time at the summer barbecue. I'm sorry that I missed it, but I'm glad that everyone had an opportunity to enjoy each other's company on a social level, and I was able to enjoy my daughter's birthday.
Okay, so my Ridgways, no relation, finally closed, and it feels weird without them in my life. But I will say this, that even like after all the turmoil they gave me and all the bad names I said to other people and in my breath, they gave me a gift.
Aww.
Yeah.
See?
And I was like, you know, I was like, I feel bad a little bit.
Just a little.
That your office is keeping me and Robin very busy, so we appreciate that very much. Laura Weeks had back-to-back settlements on Friday. One was mine and one was Robin, so we were very excited. Like to see each other passing at the attorney's office. That was cool.
I like this.
Much, yeah.
I did have a great time at the barbecue, and yes, that's a bell ringer. I'm hopefully having property under contract today, and I've got the biggest bell ringer is the one that was falling through because of the septic system. They are now back on board.
Yay!
Just because I dragged my feet and said, "You're not doing it."
Well, I want to ring the bell for Robin in that tab.
Hey, 50% right here.
That's it. But you were a little wavy that day.
Yeah, we might feel good.
And I have a closing tomorrow. Ooh, I survived vacation. Natalie Gunn and Rod with the settlement the day before I left for vacation.
I did my first open house the weekend, so it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And he had one good.
Yeah.
I really got nothing.
Oh, come on!
Okay, I'm glad it's Tuesday. On Monday. And for the barbecue, I had a great time. It was
I got one
fun.
more. I'm so glad the mine inspections are done.
Got a new person for pre-approval this week.
Yeah.
Yay.
Very good.
Working.
That's awesome.
Working. So tomorrow is the buyer consultation presentation webinar at 2 o'clock from 2 to 3 p.m. In here. It's the updated version, so it's always good to see it done by Weichert versus done by us because we're still learning them as well. So I intend to be here. I have a walkthrough at 1, but I should be able to be back because it's right around the corner. So I think the PTA, the enhanced PTA that we did last week was really good. I really liked it. I've used it 4 times since then. And I've really found that the pricing is really right on board of where it should be or what I would have done otherwise without it. Sometimes I would have been a little bit higher than it is, but that's not necessarily a bad thing when I'm sitting down with the seller saying, this is what all the numbers and the statistics and the figures are showing us and when it all comes together with the absorption rate, this is what it's telling us it should be at, but I would be willing to go a little bit higher than that, so it's not a bad thing. And I'm never going any higher than 10,000 on them, but they're really pretty accurate based on where pricing should be. So there are 2 versions in there. There's the PTA and then there's the enhanced PTA. I like the enhanced PTA better because it has a graph, which makes it easier to show the clients. Let me grab what you guys can see it. It makes it easier to kind of talk them. Pictures are better than all the little numbers and words and all that stuff. Okay, now I lost it. There it is.
I don't have it.
So this is what you print out to give to your clients. And it shows the 12 months, 6 months, and what's currently pending. And kind of shows them, where pricing has been and where it's expected to go. And then down here, once you enter all the data, it gives you a range of where the pricing should be. Now this house in particular, we should be a little bit more around the 140 to 145 mark because of all the upgrades that he's done, which these figures don't take those things into account. But he's got new roof, new windows, new HVAC, new floors, new kitchen, new bathroom. So we'll be a little bit higher on that. But it's a really, really great tool. So I strongly, strongly recommend for those of you who missed the webinar last week to want to do the webinar in Weichert University to show you how to utilize that. It's really simple. It's just a matter of you got to find the data and plug it in.
Shorter.
What's that?
Wanted to find that it was going to be shorter.
Well, I think once you do it a couple times, it's going to become a lot faster because it's just entering the data. One thing too, I want you to notice. Actually, I saved this in Dropbox under crap. I forget exactly where. But on the bottom here, this is the language required by Delaware regarding CMAs by the Delaware Real Estate Commission in the 12-point bold font that is required by the Delaware Real Estate Commission, saying that this is not an appraisal. It's not obviously on the Weichert form, but I added it to there, so on both the original and the enhanced, which is in Dropbox, so that you have that there. So you probably should pull it from Dropbox instead of Weichert one, and I'll let you all know when I send out the meeting PDF where it is.
I'm not very, and I'll be really honest, I'm not really very good at using Dropbox. Like,
It's
it
just like your
intimidates
files.
me. I know, but I don't want to erase anything, and I don't, for whatever reason, I tend to not use it because of that. I just want to be honest.
Okay,
Like,
I'll email it out to everybody.
I've got like one of those, you know how like a block.
Judith,
Well, can't you just go in and retrieve it and then
Yeah.
save it?
Copy and paste it to your desktop, something like that.
Judith,
Yeah.
I can help you with it.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm not a victim. But a really, really great tool. So I'm looking forward to the buyer consultation presentation tomorrow as well to kind of see how they do it, to pick up some tips and tricks on that. So office training schedule. So I sent an email out to everybody about the trade class in-house Wednesday, September 2nd. That's next Wednesday from 4 to 7 p.m. This is being taught by Barbara Broadway. She's willing to come to our office to do this. It can be CE credits if we have 20 people. I have had 3 people respond.
Wow. Well, yeah, I plan on coming.
Okay.
Was
So,
it 6?
I need that, I need to know who's gonna be here. If we don't have 20 people and I based on who's gonna come from here, I may invite some people from elsewhere to get the CE credits. However, if we don't have the 20 people, then it'll be more like from 4 to 5:30 and not CE. Really, 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 really important, valuable information. It is going to change how you do business. Because of the 3-day timing, there's a whole lot of funky rules that the mortgage companies have to abide by, which are really silly and stupid. But it's going to change. And gosh darn it, I forgot something else. I'll be right back. Oh, my office is right here.
She needs roller skates today.
So just to give you some short, quick ideas of some of the things that are going to affect us. I anticipate the contract will probably be changed sometime within the next year, or some addendums created. I know I will be creating a new form for our office until those changes come to play. One of the things you need to consider is that prorations of heating fuel it's going to have to be done in advance, because you can't add something to the HUD the last day. It has to be 3 days in advance. The HUD has to be done, and everybody's got to review it and approve it. So Mr. and Mrs. Seller, with their oil, you're going to get a reading in advance. They're going to continue to use it, so there's going to have to be some proration, some forgiveness on things like that. There maybe have to try to calculate a daily rate if you talk to the oil companies about what the average gallon is worth, and then but you can't figure out how many gallons are they going to use in February? Is it March? So we're probably going to need to create something. There's going to have to be some sort of change in the contract at some point about stuff like that, because it's not going to work. And if you have somebody that's just really peeved off about oil usage, whether it be the buyer or the seller and they're not getting along and it's all about every penny,
Ugh.
you know, it's gonna be an issue. So I'm gonna be creating something to kind of try to bring that up in the beginning so everyone is aware of it and it's not a last minute issue. You also are gonna wanna be doing double walkthroughs because you're gonna need to verify the repairs well in advance so that also it means repairs are not being done at the last minute. There's no the day before and the day of getting invoices to the attorney's office. So there needs to, when we take into consideration our time frames for closing for inspections, we need to make sure that we're doing that quicker so that those repairs can be done at least a week before closing and verified at a walkthrough that everyone is happy because again, no last minutes.
I would say 10 days prior.
Yeah. And then you'll also need to do a final walkthrough, of course, the day before the day of closing, to just to make sure everything's still the same, everything still works. Also, septic systems. I know at the last time we talked, I said, you know, wait till the, you know, get the house under contract before you get the septic. Now, get the septic systems done because we're having a lot of delays because of septic systems, period. So everyone's waiting on, you know, last minute for getting these septic repairs done. It just, they need to start getting done in advance, especially with the repairs and stuff and the 3-day closing window.
You're talking about just get them done right at the point where you're listing it?
So this is selling now, right?
Yes.
Plus, it helps them to figure out where to price it, depending on whether they need to do repairs or put a new system and all that stuff.
Right. And you're gonna need to do, make sure you know your HOA upfront and annual costs in advance. This can't be last minute. There's no last minute adding the spouses. Make sure you get everything to the attorneys well in advance. All warranties, no last minute between the agents. Oh, did you order it? Oh, did I order it? Oh, who's gonna order it? Oh, we're using this company. Oh no, we're using this company. It needs to be spelled out in the contract. Who's paying for it? What warranty? And there are no changes. And in advance, you need to ask the agent, are you ordering it or am I ordering it? The seller is paying for it. You're the buyer's agent. Just verify that they're gonna not order it as well. Because again, no last minute double changes. So make sure you're here for that class. It's very informative, very good. And that goes into effect October 3rd. So do we know yet, and you probably don't because it's only been a week, but do you know yet whether or not October 3rd is for any new contracts after that fact or any closings that occur after October 3rd?
Still unknown.
So,
I think it's going to be for any loans disclosed after that date, meaning contracts after that date is what I'm thinking, but we'll reconfirm that.
okay.
Yeah.
So yes,
Real
we'll be
quick.
here.
Real quick, Bobby.
Yes.
Sorry, I was on the phone with the client. I didn't mean to show up late. The trade class, September 2nd, that's gonna be here at the office. Okay, now, is that, I've got scheduled, I think, the same day for the one at Wild Quail. Is that the same thing, or?
Well,
It
it's
is
the
the
same
same
It is,
thing,
but
but it's
we
not
don't
the
know.
same thing.
Okay,
It's being, there's it's gonna be a very large group of people. So,
At
you know,
Wild Quail, or-
yes.
Okay,
So the question and answers are gonna be much harder to, I think, work in
Okay.
general, because you
Right.
just have a lot of questions and then they won't be able to stay on track. Do you know, did he get a panel?
I don't know, Robin and I are supposed to be on the panel.
Okay. And
We're
he's
still
doing
waiting
it,
for more information.
and he's doing it a little bit differently, where he's gonna have a panel of mortgage lenders and attorneys is what he's trying to do. So it's gonna be, I don't think it's gonna be as informative.
Yeah.
So Barbara Broadway taught the one last week, and I asked her for her PowerPoint, and she said no. But, so I got her to come in, and I was telling everybody else, if we have 20 people from 4 to 7, it's CE credits. If we don't, it's gonna be more like 4 to 5:30, and it won't be CE credits. So.
And she's very good. She's very clear and concise.
Barbara Brown.
yeah, where's she
Warren
from?
Taylor?
Okay.
Yeah, I guess, I don't know why.
She's been doing, she's been teaching a lot at KCAR.
Yeah.
You must, and you would recognize her, I think.
Okay.
So would you advise me
Italian,
attend
yeah.
both, or
Yeah, I
not?
know.
I'm sorry?
Would you advise me attend both, or just one?
I won't hurt to attend both. The more you know, because I mean, I attended that and I'm still like, I have a bunch of notes and forms and stuff and I'm still not 100% clear on everything. So the more you hear it, the more you'll absorb.
Gotcha.
We
So-
had an offer from the gal over at Bonnie Benson's to do it in-house as well. But I figured-
Carolyn DeBernard, she's participating with the one at Wild Quail. So I'm happy to have her again and again, you know, even in October after we're in it.